one time. Hey, I'm
I'm
Edie,
Judy,
and
and
together
together
we're
we're
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow
Grannies.
Grannies.
Hey!
Hey! We come on here almost every Saturday and Sunday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Come on here. We are queer. We are here, and we are everywhere. What's going on out there in Rainbow World?
Yeah, what's happening?
You hear that? Rainbow World. What's happening?
Well, it's a little gloomy out. This is the lesbian weather report. It's kind of gloomy out, but I bet you it's warm out there because we have the air conditioner on.
Yeah.
Can't stand it and everything.
But I've
Thank you
got to
very
say,
much.
it's sunny shining here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
Somewhere
Kate
over the
is here.
rainbow.
Good morning, Rainbow
Hey, Kate.
Grannies.
Kate, how you doing? Kate on over here on YouTube. I started following her now. So now
Yeah.
I see that Kate is one busy lady.
Mm.
Her and her mom are always out and about doing what they're doing and everything. And Kate, I want to tell you, I appreciate you so much because I every time I look up, you are clicking a thumbs up or a heart on something that I posted. So I appreciate it.
And Kathy is here. Says 72 is a high today.
Wow. Okay, so Healing says wild
Wow.
thunderstorms this morning on the way to Asheville, North Carolina. Well, you know what? I'll bet you. My sister just contacted me,
Yeah.
and she's down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She does sales and stuff. What do you call those?
Oh,
Like
okay. The
fairs and all
festivals
the
and
festivals and stuff. So
yeah.
she's out selling some of her stuff at the festivals and stuff. She said it's coming down.
The
She
rain.
says it's coming down. She
Wow.
says, but she remembers growing up with our mother, which our mother was a very good woman, but she remembers growing up with her and us being poor.
Mm-hmm.
And so she feels like, if we can grow up dealing with the things that our mother dealt with, taking care of a couple little girls and stuff, she can stand out there under her tent and try to sell some of her stuff.
That's right. That's right. It's not so hard after all when you think about it and comparing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a little girl and it rained, my mom sang songs, rain drops the phone on my head. She made us feel happy about anything.
so
Anything.
so I want to say, hey Daniel, thank you very much. And Michelle, oh, you just had to turn the heat on? No way, no way. Joseph, morning, beautiful ladies. Love your outfits. Thank you, Michelle. Raining and cold. Thank you very much, Rachel, one of the moderators, for being here. I love you, and I'm so glad you're on top of things.
Michelle
Ooh,
is
Rachel's on top.
top of thing. On top.
Ooh, Rachel's on top. Rachel's on top. You know what that means, right?
What's that mean? Tell me.
She's on top. That's all it means.
Michelle says, good morning, Granny, from the beautiful sunshine state of Florida.
Thank you very much. Let's see. I was gonna go for a hike. This is not me. This is Candy Lee.
Yeah.
I was gonna go for a hike, but the weather's sketchy. Last night, Judy and I, we went out and we had ribs at this rib restaurant I've been wanting to take Judy to. It's called DJ's. So DJ's in Monroeville
Edie
or
described these
Murrayville.
ribs. Yeah, Murrayville. She
Yeah.
described these ribs before we went there. Oh, they're so tender, they just fall off the bone.
Don't even need
And I
teeth.
thought that's just, I figured it must be really tender, but that's Edie's like, you can't even pick up the bone, the meat falls off.
They were
And it's
delicious.
so good.
They were delicious.
Delicious.
The sauce is good because you know how sometimes you go to different places for ribs and their sauce is so either spicy or it's so sweet you feel like you caught the diabetes while you was eating it or whatever. Their sauce is good. I've asked for sauce on the side of people's ribs sometimes because I'm so afraid of what the sauce is.
It's gonna be wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even think. Well, I didn't think about it because I was just happy that Edie picked a place, picked what we're going to eat, everything. And then Edie said, oh, wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. You should order something else. I said, no. This is the kind of day where I have so much on my mind, doing so many things. You've got this whole idea in your head of what's going to be a good dinner for us.
Don't misunderstand. Don't misunderstand. Edie is frugal. And they have a deal there that if you get a whole slab, then, you can share it. And that's what I had in my mind the whole time. I'm thinking, whole slab, we can share it. It's only 30 something bucks. We can share it, you know? And so, and then I didn't realize that if you had an asterisk beside your side dish, that it cost a little extra, but it was
But
99
I don't
cents.
think we would have changed our side dishes
No,
anyway.
because I wanted their onion rings.
And I got the sweet potato fries.
Yeah, so it was good. Thank you very much. For everybody that's here right now, do me a favor. Tap, 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 tap on the screen. Tap on the screen. Thank you
And
very much for all the gifts we're getting.
Right. And I tell you, those sweet potato fries, I could eat a bucket of them.
Yeah.
Bucket
Good
of them.
morning,
So,
my queens. Well, good morning to you too. Thank you very much. You know, queen seems like such a new term. I mean, I'm sure I'm behind the
yeah.
times, but it seems like such a new term because when I was younger, they never called you a queen, and that's so nice now because I mean, at least now they're calling you queens. Used to be, you know, they call you bitches and hoes or something. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So thank you very much. You know, and that's just so sweet of you. Hey Jen, thank you for being our newest follower. And Todd, thank you. You know, matter of fact, everybody that's here right now, click the follow button and I'll give your name a shout out.
So when I say
You like
shout
my
out to
glasses?
Nate, Nate is here, and also reminding everybody on YouTube to minimize the chat and click on the thumbs up to help push
Hey,
the
Kristen
algorithm out. Looks
Meow.
like everybody's done that, so this
Ghost
is really
Host,
good.
how you doing? Thank you for being the newest follower. Even if you're an old follower, I'm gonna call you out here. Let's see, some Thucker. Oh, okay. Remember? Yeah, I remember that. Thank you very much. You
Oh,
don't want
thanks
to
for sharing the
spam. You don't want to
live.
spam like that because then that means that Rachel has to work. That means she has to click on you and make
It
you
is like a
go
robot.
away. Make you go away, Rachel, or I don't know if Chris is here, Chris Cooley, or Judy.
Wait a minute, let me see if I can. Yeah, because when they do it like that, then we get
Morning,
bumped off,
Kelly.
huh?
Morning, Kelly. How you doing? Thank you very much. Good morning to beautiful couple watching you from Spokane, Washington. That's cool. Hey, Patricia, how you doing?
Did they get rid of them yet?
He
They
must
must
have
have.
he must have got quiet. It didn't. Maybe he
Uh-huh.
went on to torture somebody else.
Maybe.
You know, because I mean, we all know we ain't in here for no hate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I want to allow me to follow it. I don't know then. I don't know. It won't allow me to follow you. I don't know.
We don't know how this works.
I
Maybe if you
don't
can text with
know.
somebody about how it works. We
I
just
think
know we
I don't know. Look, everybody else is
hacks.
following. They don't seem
Yeah.
to be having a problem. Wow.
You two are
So anyway,
awesome.
what
Have
are
a
we going?
great morning.
Thank you very
So
much.
Queen, yeah, the thing when people are calling for queens, I mean it become this thing I've seen
My
because of
queen, yeah.
especially minorities have been put down and always brought down and put
Yes.
down as the way, kind of like Black Pride and Gay Pride and all of that. It was around in the 60s and 70s, and so now it's queens
Yeah.
lifting us up as queens.
Yes, we are married. We've been married. Okay. Well, he said he didn't spam that. He was just trying to share. That's cool and everything. I think maybe your button was stuck or something because it was going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad to have you here and everything be okay, and they didn't send you out into the dust already.
Good morning from Magnolia, Delaware. And good morning from Arkansas. I gotta read here because it went so fast over there. St. Louis, Missouri, Virginia. Hey, we're coming in from all over the state. Survive Anything is here. Good morning.
Oh, I haven't seen you for a while. Surviving anything. Good to see you.
Oklahoma, Virginia. Where else is everybody from? Alabama. Good morning, Queens. Oh, I'm gonna wear my pride pin at work starting June 1st. All right, good idea.
Wear it all
good
year
idea.
round. Wear it all year round. I wore all this. I wore this shirt when I was working.
Missouri, UK,
I wore all
Michigan,
my stuff.
Michigan, Oklahoma,
Even when I
Vermont.
was working, it was good. So, mamas, can you tell me something that makes me feel good? Well, I'm gonna tell you. You still got
Mississippi,
you still
Florida,
got a
Maryland.
chance. Election is this Monday or this Tuesday. So even though we're starting for just smaller things like the mayor of Pittsburgh or like your council people, your school board and all that stuff, you still got a chance to go out there and still make something happen.
Oh, we're talking about voting?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. So if you're in the state of Pennsylvania, I don't know how it is all over the world, but in Pennsylvania, I mean all over the country, It's judges. Judges are up, I think, this election. I'm going to look this up and make sure I know for sure tomorrow. Judges are really important, you know. People just don't think of it. Find out who to vote for with the judges.
Let's see, I wish I could wear regular shirts to work. I gotta wear an ugly uniform.
Uh,
Yeah, but you know
well,
what?
but then you can put your pride pin on it. That's nice.
That or
That's
or
cool.
how about wear rainbow tie-dyed undies under it? Boy, that makes you feel good. Nothing like a good pair of rainbow tie-dyed undies to go underneath there, you know?
Yep, yep. Yeah, because you've had when you went to work, you had to always wear a particular shirt for a while too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
see this. Do you have an advice for getting through menopause when you're both going through it?
hmm.
Well, don't
Keep
kill
all
each
weapons.
other.
Keep all weapons out of the house.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. Keep all
Keep
weapons
all
out of the house.
weapons out of the house and
Keep a fan blowing overnight, every night, no matter
chocolate.
how
Lots
warm
of
or cold it
chocolate
is
in the
outside.
house. I think chocolate's a good thing to have in the house too.
Chocolate's a good thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What else? Yeah. Try not to become an alcoholic or nothing, because you
Yeah.
could probably numb your senses in order to keep from like wanting to rip somebody's head off. We were really kind of, well, I don't think we went through nothing like
Hmm.
that together.
Hmm.
It's an ongoing process. It's not
Yeah.
like menopause is like this week and next week you're over.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a what
I
do you
know
call it,
what.
hysterectomy like
Yeah.
20 years ago, and I
And you
still have
still
hot
have hot
flashes.
flashes. But
So
here's the thing, if you like shopping for clothes, some people do, some don't. If you like shopping for clothes, go out together and shop for clothes that you can peel
together.
off to shop, buy
Oh,
clothes,
okay.
going shopping.
Yeah, but some people don't like shopping.
Yeah, but I mean, well, this is a way to like help each other. Like, oh, look, this is a nice outfit we can get that we can peel off, and it's nice to peel off. You want to peel off layers.
I don't know. I think
You
you
want
better
to.
go by yourself shopping, because if
We
I got
might.
you out there and I wanted
Well,
to
I'm
just
not
go
one who like to
shopping,
shop.
right?
I said if you like to shop,
So you can't go together.
if you both like
Oh,
to
do
shop.
you think two people?
If you
Okay,
both like to,
listen. I
well, you
want
go
to
out
know
with your
this too.
daughter shopping sometimes,
No,
right?
but we're talking about two people in a relationship.
Yeah.
Do you think two people in a relationship want to go out shopping together?
I don't
Do
know.
they go
I
shopping?
never thought. Well, see, I don't know these things.
Right.
I hate shopping for clothes
I've
anyway.
never really dealt with you. You think they
But
do? Puzzle duty thinks they do. Puzzle noodle. Okay, your husband
husband and
and
I
you.
do.
Yeah.
We shop together.
Oh
I
my
hate shopping,
God.
but my partner loves to shop.
So do
Yeah, I
you
mean,
go with them, Ellie?
yes, we both enjoy shopping. It's plausible.
Oh my God. I don't, I mean, we will for just something, yeah, for something small,
Hmm.
you know? I mean, or like I'll go and she'll go. I like when she goes along with me, but not for like a heavy duty clothing shopping kind of
Right.
experience, you know? It's more of we really needed to stop at the Home Depot yesterday, you know?
My husband and I like to, but he likes to buy a lot more than me. And I do most of the shopping. She comes occasionally. I shop without my husband, my hubby. I hate shopping. I have to be in the mood. Edie's idea sounds good, like building anticipation and flirting. No, we don't. I shop from home, but I can't do people too too long. Okay, I always stay home. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 2 years. We're a gay couple. Yay! We're a gay couple too. We're a lesbian couple.
Let's see, I hate shopping so much. He
He
even
does
does
the
the grocery
grocery
shopping.
shopping.
You know what? I think something's happened to me because I'm not really shopping that much.
Yeah, but you don't feel good. You need a knee replacement.
Yeah, this is
That
true.
kind
A
of puts
knee
a damper on
replacement will slow
everything.
up your shopping.
Hmm.
It's I don't even have the overwhelming desire to shop on my phone from home. If I
Hmm.
find something that I want, I might send it to my daughter so she can order it for me. That's it. Let's see. My
Just
husband
here.
and I shop
Oh,
together.
okay. We will go in a different direction. That's kind of what we do.
Uh-huh.
Just got married on 5/5/25. Very cool. And my wife rather Instacart. I prefer to go out. And oh, I hate Instacart. But I hate shopping. But I hate Instacart even more than going there.
Because just the order and thing going through it.
Because you can't find what you want. And you just,
See, I
yeah.
don't know. I kind of liked it because I realized when I did it, I didn't spend as much money, because when I walk through the store, all kind of things yell at me. Like I see that cookie, and then I want this, and then I see that bag of chips, and it screams over, "Hey, Edie, come over here!" And then I like over there, and then
Uh,
by the time I get home, I forget what I went there to buy. and I end up with a whole big basket full of junk.
See, I do better because when I do Instacart, I want this specific thing, and then it's like, well, we don't have that. How about this instead? And then I got them talking back at me the whole time, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, let
No,
me just go
for me,
find what
they
I want
don't
to
do
find.
back and forth. I must have the settings wrong or something because I mean, they just give me what they give me. Let's see.
Well,
My
yeah,
husband and I are gay, been together 6 years. I'm 50 and he's
he's
33.
33.
Congratulations, it's just me.
Yeah, and I would do DoorDash, but my car is 17 years old and doesn't do good with gas.
That I don't think they allow you, or do they allow you? Oh, I know it's that one thing like Uber. You have to
Yes.
have like a car that's only a couple years old.
Ooh.
You know what we noticed when we were out there Ubering? Did you
Yeah,
ever?
everybody has a nice
Oh my
car.
God! I mean,
It's
I
like, how
don't know
much
how
money do
much
you
Ubers
make?
make, but this man, he had just ordered a brand new Cadillac Escalade, and the car he was in was a very nice car, and he was
Yeah.
waiting for his Cadillac Escalade to come in.
But
Let's
let's
see.
go down a little bit. I like this too. Agreed, especially with the vegan wife. I know my store has it, but they can never find the plant-based aisle. Right. And so then they say, so we got this instead, and it's like, well, but
or
that got,
or they don't get it, and then
right.
that way you end up having to go to store anyway to
Anyway,
buy it. Hey, do me a favor while
yeah.
you're here, everybody here, tap 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 your screen for at least like 30 seconds or so, like that. Just keep tapping your screen, that'll help
What
bring
finger
those
are you
numbers
using,
up.
honey?
I'm using the number that says the finger that says tap that screen. I see the numbers rolling. I see the numbers rolling. Keep tapping. That lets TikTok know that we are out here. That helps the algorithm.
I've been married. Oh, wait, we're still reading. I've been married to my wife for almost 5 years. I met her in 2018.
The
The
struggle
struggle
is
is real.
real.
I have a
Oh,
2008 Saturn.
ooh.
The
Can you get
struggle,
parts for that? Let's see. Go ahead.
the struggle is definitely real. Always, even with a 20 an hour job, it's hard.
Yes, it is.
My wife loves to go grocery shopping because she knows we'll get fast food on the way home. Well,
I
I
do
never thought
too.
about
I do
that.
too
That's
because
an interesting
after
reward.
you do that shopping, you don't feel like. I mean, I bet you
Yeah.
everybody. I mean, maybe not, but I bet you
I guess I
majority of
gotta look on
everybody
here because
does
you're
that.
scrolling too fast.
I'm trying to get back down to where it's new. My arm hurts.
Yeah. So let's see. We have my husband and I are a gay couple. We have been together 36 years.
Wow, that's a long
Somebody
time.
somebody thinks we look
Wonder if they
nice.
thank you. Wonder if they do their shopping together. Because if you've been together 36 years, you've probably come into a routine where somebody knows who the good shopper is and somebody don't. Now, I used to be really good when I worked. When I worked and on the way home from work, I would stop and pick up whatever I wanted for dinner on my way.
Right.
And that made it nice.
And that's where we're really different shoppers. There's another couple who's been together for 20 years. I know. And then if they don't shop while you're hungry, that's true. Boy, is that
When
true.
am I never hungry? I get to the grocery
Oh, but
store. I know what they mean, hungry, hungry.
I was thinking you do go when you used to go shopping on the way home. You went shopping just for what you're going to make for dinner that day. So that
Yeah,
wasn't like shopping
couple
when you're
little
hungry and buying
right,
everything for the
couple
week.
little extras here and
Yeah,
there, but no, I would think if I wanted spaghetti that night or whatever. Let's see.
yeah. 3 months for my wife and me. I can't wait for this stage. Aww.
You know what? Yesterday we were out at the park and we ran into a young couple and we were watching them walk around and everything and they were just giggling and laughing and having
Mhm.
themselves just a wonderful time. And I said to Judy, I says, boy, that must be nice. That young love where it's just like it feels so good and you're just so happy to be with each other and just laughing and having fun. And so we did our walk around the pond and then we came back and they were sitting in my chair. They were sitting on my bench. Can you believe that? No, it was
It's,
okay. The guy was like, you want
it
to
was
sit
a
here
swing.
with
The
us?
bench was a swing too.
Yeah. And
Nice.
he's like, you want to sit here with us? And she was like, yeah, yeah, sit here with us. And at first I was like, nah, because this is like on a date and all that. And then they pretty much begged me.
Yeah.
They pretty much
And they
begged
said,
me
no, no,
to
we're not
sit
on a
in
date.
between them.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted
Mm-hmm.
me to. So it turned out they were a young Pakistan. Where?
They were from Pakistan. They were both from Pakistan. They met at work. And yeah, and they weren't on a date, but they were friends.
Yes. And this
And
was the third time for them to
yeah,
go out and like
yeah.
explore and everything together. And it was
And yeah,
it was so interesting because if you're familiar with the fact that a lot of us aren't familiar with other
Cultures.
cultures and
Mm-hmm.
nationalities and all that. So we
Mm-hmm.
don't know how they do it. We just seen it like a little piece of it on TV here and there. And so it
Right.
was really neat.
Nice to talk with them.
It's a trout. It's a rainbow trout.
Yeah. So yeah, they were here. They were a really nice couple. Well, they weren't a couple. They were really nice folks to talk with, and real fun. And I guess
Hey
I mean my
Chris.
impression is she may have been come from a more traditional family than he did, and so he was very respectful of it. So when they did sit together, they didn't, there was space between them and all
Yeah,
of
they
that.
were, so they
But
were letting us know that they weren't a couple. They were just
yeah,
friends. But I'm gonna tell you,
but
cause
Edie.
cause they did follow us on here, and so I think they might be
So if
watching
you're
us
on
on our
here this
YouTube
morning, we
channel.
loved you. We'd love to meet you again. And I heard that you're a good cook. One of you I heard was a really good cook, and we like food.
Yeah, yeah, we like food. Bring it on over.
And we
So,
could have our little party.
so the young lady, I want to tell you, if you want me to talk to your mother and let her know that I feel like he's a good choice, it's a done deal. It's a done deal because she was from a conservative family where the mother and father pick whoever they want
Right.
you to date. And so she's living here, and her mother and father are living all the way over in Pakistan. It was almost like a movie. And so they'll just contact her one day with somebody they want her to meet. Now I don't know if they'll do like
Yeah.
a video date or something like that or something
Yeah. We
like
didn't
that,
get
but
to ask all these questions we'd like to know.
yeah, but
But
there ain't no, I think he was really nice, and I thought he
yeah.
was cute, and he was a cancer surgeon, and she's some other type of internist doctor, and between the both of them, they're going to be making money out the boohoo. I kept telling
Oh,
her, "Oh my God, you can have lots of kids." I mean, because we all know children cost money,
that's
but when
right.
you're making the kind of money they're making, they probably can't even keep track of the kind of money they're making. I'm serious.
Yeah, and so here, if y'all are watching, here's the other thing we were thinking about is that he seems such a nice guy because you're both laughing a lot, and there's nothing better in a relationship than people who laugh a lot. And I'm just assuming that your parents are in Pakistan, and if that's the case, then how would they ever be able to meet him, to know him, to say, "Hey, you should meet this guy"? And
Yeah.
so that's why Edie's saying, ask your mom to call Edie, and she'll
Call
talk with
me.
her,
Call me.
talk
I'll
with her
tell her. I
about it.
think he was really nice. He had a good personality.
And then I'll add this on. We'll take something on ourselves. Whatever she needs us to do to check out, we'll check it out
Yeah.
because we're here. We
hmm
can.
So that was pretty neat how the young lady had me like asking him questions on the side. She wanted to know, does he have a girlfriend or something? And it was funny because there they are. This is their third time of hanging out. They laughed and talked just like they had been together for God only knows
I
how long.
know that's the
And
thing. You guys click so
and these
well.
basic questions that she wanted to know, there she was asking me to, So
That's
let's
why you
see.
needed to be there to sit between them to ask
That's
the
it.
questions that they're not supposed to ask each other
So
directly.
it's hard for me to read your name, but it says,
Okay.
I was nervous when I took my boyfriend to the prom last year because half of our school was homophobic.
But you did it.
Yes, you did it. You
Wow.
did it. And you know what? You
Wow.
didn't just do it for yourself. You did it for the next generation that's coming along in order to make it a little bit easier on
That's
them,
right.
you
That's
know?
right.
Because
So
that's,
you
I
did it
mean,
for both of you because the other half of the school was not homophobic.
right. And they were looking at you, admiring you, and feeling how brave you were.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
morning, Pacific from Costa Rica. How you doing? Hey, lovely lady. Thank you for being our newest follower. Thanks, Craig. We love you too. We have a good time on here. I'm Edie,
I'm Judy, and
and
together
together
we're
we're
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow
Grannies.
Grannies. We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at around 8 o'clock Eastern time. You know. Okay, Pay Pay, you have a question. So hopefully it's something that doesn't get you booted.
And we're here both on TikTok and YouTube, live. Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. That's how you find us.
Yep. Thank you very much, Craig, for being our newest follower. And Abby, thank you for being our newest follower too. You know what? Our follow numbers are getting pretty darn impressive.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just so nice how people are just coming out there and, you know, following us and
So here's something I learned this past week, and this is interesting.
what?
Is everybody? This is about being gay and being out.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have this experience that you are out? You're out at work, you're out with your neighbors, you're out with your family and all this, but there are still these times when you go somewhere, you're at some place, and you just kind of go into the closet for the moment. Because this happened to me, and then it's like, and then why? And I'm thinking, why do I go into the closet for a moment? So when our power was out that one week, Edie and I went to a senior center at 9 in the morning because they opened at 9. They had coffee, and they had internet, they had power, and so I could work there. And at 10, Edie was going to go into another room at the senior center where the gay senior folk were meeting, right? So we went there, and the woman, very nice, who gave us coffee, she's a volunteer, and she had a Bible next to her. And that was enough for me to go kind of in the closet, but I didn't really know I was doing that until Edie said, I was working, and Edie said, okay, I'm going over to the Trailblazers group now, the gay seniors group. And I said, okay, normally I would walk Edie there and give her a kiss. Goodbye. Well, I walked her there, but I didn't give her the kiss goodbye because I had that closet moment. And so so I found out recently, heard another story about a woman who was very stressed because she has a job and then she has her parents she's taking care of, her elderly parents.
But when you're going to get to?
Okay. Yeah, she had her elderly parents she's taking care of, and then she had a coworker who said, "Hey, what you do this weekend?" And she was feeling so stressed, and she had to think, well, do I tell him my wife and I celebrated our anniversary, but I don't know if he's phobic or not or whatever. And then she thought, I'm not going to because I'm already stressed and I just don't want to deal. And that's what I was thinking with the senior center. It's not like anyone's going to be mean to me. It's not like anybody was going to, or they might.
They might. Because when you get seniors like that and they're old, some of them seniors can be so old and they don't realize that they're on their way to go visit God, but they're just still mean, and some of them are jealous, or you can look at them and tell that your gaydar goes off when you look at them, and they've spent the last 85 years just miserable, and so they don't want to see you happy. But
okay, but I guess I'm still thinking about that closeted moment where I knew that they weren't going to pull out a gun and shoot me because I'm gay. I wasn't in danger if I was out to them.
You're always going to run into people that are going to feel that way about you. So, you stand tall and be who you are.
Right. And I guess the point was going to that closet moment because I don't want to put out the energy to deal with it at that moment. And that's what I'm getting at. And so I'm wondering if that, and it was a revelation for me because I thought, what am I afraid of? And it wasn't that I'm afraid of something. I just didn't feel like putting the energy out to deal with negativity. So the other part Edie wants me to mention is that, the guy who heads up the Trailblazers thing, who works there, he told Edie, oh, come and get me. I can work in there. And so Edie came to get me. And the thoughts in my head is, well, I'm fine working here. What's the difference? Why go there? It made a huge difference. Here, Judy's ready to cry. Made a huge difference. Because I went in there and he set me, the thing is we're all meeting and talking in this one room. He set me up in a room right next door, big doorway. It wasn't like I was closed off. I'm working away and I look beside me and there are these huge, beautiful, gorgeous platform shoes that a drag queen would wear. And I just felt so at home. I looked and I laughed and I thought, that's why I'm here. Even though I'm just working, I am in a completely gay world pride flag. I can completely be myself and relax.
Give me kisses, and it was all good,
Completely relaxed. I could
completely so then she came over and had cookies and donuts and coffee with us, and fit right in.
I didn't have to have any closet moment while we're there. None. We do it so automatically, we don't even think about it.
But see, that seems to be one of the reasons why we all go to the senior center on Wednesdays and whatever. And this is why you should find yourself a group that makes you happy too, no matter what age you are, because to be able to be with like-minded people and have that same kind of energy feels so good. And we're not only gay, but we're also seniors. So we also get to share things that, you might need to know, like after the age of 60, I think it is, or 50 or something like that, maybe 65, you get a free bus pass. So you can drive.
I never knew, but somebody else knew.
But somebody knew, or whatever kind of aid you need for your Medicare or whatever. I mean, so it's really really cool that you
Right.
find. And so even when young gay people have a place in
Yeah.
organization, they can find out like where to go hang out with the other gay people,
Right.
because they have an after school program there.
Yeah.
And that after
Oh,
school
okay.
program, it has someone there that can help with the homework help,
Right.
or just allow them to be who they are. They got a nice game
Yeah.
room there for the kids to play and everything. It's just a
And
nice
what's
place.
really nice about this, I should say this. So, the Trailblazers out, time was over and they left, and I could still work there for a while because, there was no power anywhere, right? Except there. So I could still work there for a while, but I had to be out by a certain time because that's when the youth group came in. And then it was supposed to be a safe place for the youth group. There's no adult there, no stranger there, nobody that's going to make them have to raise their flag and wonder if somebody's going to bother them or
Right.
harass them. And I made sure I got out like 15 minutes before that time so that nobody would get nervous that I was still sitting there working.
Right.
I was out before the first kid came.
Thank you very much for all the new followers and everything. Yeah, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy,
And
and
together
together
we're
we're
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow Grannies.
Grannies.
Yeah, I used to do this even when I was younger, and I remember I would be working all week long, so I'm working in the straight world. And on Friday, I would be so exhausted sometimes I didn't want to go out in the town with friends, but I would go out to a lesbian bar just to sit there and have a drink and be surrounded by lesbians and then go home and relax for the evening.
Right.
Because and I think that was the same thing. I mean, I made a joke about it that, oh, I just need to be around gay people. I was in the straight world all, but I didn't think about it as
So,
all the stress that you're carrying all
oh
that
yeah,
time.
but that's what we get too by going to the women's festivals and stuff.
Right.
Like well, when Judy and I met, we met at the Ohio Women's Festival, and it's nothing but like thousands of women just walking around for a weekend, listening to music, playing crafts, doing
Yeah.
drumming circles, just hanging out, laying in the shade,
Drumming
laying in the
circle kind of
sun.
thing. And,
Right, just a little
yeah.
bit of everything that you could want to do.
Right.
Without, actually you're not dealing with the kids, you're not dealing with the husbands, you're not
Mhm.
dealing with, the neighbors, you just living life. And
Right.
so it's such a nice thing to be able to be in that kind of
Yeah.
environment.
And I think it might be something that's good and necessary and should be more often. When I think about, I used to watch some movies where it would always be that the mom went crazy and she just left and went away for a while because she went crazy. And what it is, it's just reminded me of what you said. Oh, you just get away for a while, you get away from the kids and the husband and the neighbors. It's just that we put so much on us and we're struggling so much in the world in little ways that we don't really know.
Yeah.
It's like it's a constant struggle.
Right.
And so how
And
many
we don't
times
even realize it. We just got
right,
the pressure.
right. How many times gotta look over our shoulder when we're going someplace alone? How we have to make sure there's enough gasoline in the car. We don't run out of gas somewhere. Not because, oh, where am I gonna get gas, but because of the danger. So, but all these little things, but it's like women just got away every year to just decompress.
Yeah. Well, they don't have the Ohio Women's Festival anymore. They yeah, they've closed it, so I'm really sorry you missed that. Um but they do have several Michigan women's festivals, like the
Right,
Big Mouth Girl Festival is getting ready to go on. Tickets
right.
are sold out for it already. They as soon as they go on sale within a week, those tickets are completely sold out, and that's
Hmm.
thousands of women out there in the woods having themselves a good old camping time,
Right.
with bands and music and
Yeah.
what do you call it, like things where you learn stuff.
Yeah.
What do you call them
Oh yeah,
things?
workshops to
Okay,
learn things
workshops.
and that's the other thing. That's what's nice also at like the women's festival is things that people want to learn and talk about that you don't
Right.
normally to talk about with you every day.
Yes, like last
Folks.
year we went to the Big Mouth Girls Festival, and this year we had thought about it, but we're not going to be able to make it. And my thing I wanted to do this year was I wanted to do
Mm.
a workshop on e-bikes,
Mm-hmm.
because we both have e-bikes, and so many people are fascinated with an e-bike and they never get a chance to try one out.
Right.
They see people buzzing around on them and everything. So I didn't get to do it this year. Maybe next year, we'll see. So
I want to give a shout out here. Hey, good morning, John and St. Louis Slim
hey,
and Mbaku. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, and over here it's harder to call out all your names over here on TikTok because it's like so many
yes, thank you,
names.
LD, for being a new follower, and DJ for being a new follower. Steve and Purple. Let's see. I don't
Morning.
know
I'd love
what
to
that
try an
is.
e-bike. Yeah, E-bikes are really cool. There's some people who like to be negative. They'll
Yeah.
say, "Oh, e-bikes, you're not really exercising. You're exercising. The e-bike is there to help you pedal
Just
where you
lifting it and
wouldn't be
putting
able
it
to.
on the
Oh my
rack.
gosh, yeah, try that. Try that with your regular non-e-bike, and then pick up an e-bike and put it on a rack and tell me."
Yep. Then you got to lift it off the rack, ride it, then come back, lift it back on the rack, drive home, and then lift it off the rack.
But it lets us pedal the bike and go places
Edie,
and
have you
explore
ever dealt with racism?
in the lesbian community.
Huh. Well, honestly, is that what it says in the lesbian
Yeah,
community?
yeah.
You know what? I don't know if it was racism or what it was. Remember that time we were up in Columbus at the Columbus
Oh
Women's
yeah, we don't
Festival?
know what it was
And
yet.
I mean, we went to the Columbus Pride, had a good time and stuff, and they had in this big
Yeah.
park and everything. And there was a bar like next door where everybody was over there, and there was music playing and stuff. And I forget, we got up to dance or something, and when we came back, these women had taken our benches
Right.
and
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 moved them
moved them
away
to
from
put
where
their
we
feet
were
on
sitting there
them.
with our friends,
Yeah,
right? But they took the bench away so that they could sit on a table and put their feet on the bench.
yeah, yeah. So I
And
don't
so,
know exactly what that
and,
was, and
yeah.
I don't know.
And
I
so we
mean,
went over there to get the bench back, right? And so we were sitting on it. We were old and they were young.
right.
I mean, we were probably in our 50s and they were probably in
Mhm.
their 30s. So, and it showed. And they gave us a hard time.
Oh
They were like
yeah,
ready to have a fist
fight.
fight.
Yeah, fight. It was like, oh my god. I went to the bathroom and ran into one of them down there, and
Yeah.
yeah. Let's
So
see,
was
what's
the
the?
bar called
Oh, I
I
can't
don't
remember
even know
what
what it
it
was
what the
called.
bar,
But
but
we
it
were
had
there with
like
friends,
a
having
real
a great
nice
time with our
outside.
friends. Everybody else was like
Had a
fine,
nice
but
outside area, and we didn't know that you couldn't get up and go dance.
without
And
getting your bench swiped.
yeah, and for somebody's feet, it wasn't even like somebody else came
Right,
by and wanted to sit down.
right.
You know. So I'm gonna get a coffee refill.
May I get it for us?
Well, don't you have a book you
I
want to
have a
talk
book,
about?
but it's not a happy gay book.
Oh,
It's an
all book.
emergency book.
Oh, okay. Let's
So
see.
how about if I get it? Are y'all supporters of the LGBTQ community or something? Why don't you talk to
Jack.
Jack and let him know
Oh
who
my
we
God,
are?
Jack, welcome. Hey, Jack, do me a favor right now. Follow us. Follow us so I can say, Jack Jeffrey just followed us. Okay, come on, Jack.
More than that, become a subscriber.
So yeah, more than that. To be a subscriber, it's like $5.99 to subscribe, and that's the
A cup
cost
of
of a,
coffee.
a cup of coffee for us. So if you're enjoying us hanging out and everything, go ahead and subscribe and buy us that cup of coffee. Every time you send gifts and stuff too, they put them in a little wallet, and then they send that little wallet. Let's see, I'm Airways. Let's see, which means I don't find anybody attractive. I think they call that something else. But anyway, Jack, yes, we are. Thank you, everybody, for all the gifts. We are part of the LGBT plus community. I'm Edie, and this is my wife, Judy. And we come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, unless something's up or whatever. But we have Coffee with the Rainbow Grannies. We have a YouTube channel. It's called Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. So, of course, I want you to follow us on a YouTube channel because that's the one we're hoping to one day just take off. Hey, Ruth, how you doing? Thank you very much. So, yeah, I don't know if there's any. Oh, you both seem so nice and sweet, and you love our energy. Thank you. It is nice having this energy. Last night, when I was telling you, I guys was telling you about that young couple we ran into that I thought they were dating because their energy was just so good, and so I think they should be dating. Well, she told me, she's like, you know what? She enjoyed sitting there talking to us because she loved our energy. She felt like it was such a nice thing for us to get to be our age, and any age really, and to find someone that makes you happy and have a good
And let me
time.
say this: here's Edie's
Thank you.
coffee, and I got an empty pot, so I'm gonna make more. So how many people am I making coffee for?
Yeah, how many people need coffee? Because Judy's going to make a new pot.
Let us know. We got good coffee.
Thank you,
You
House.
okay?
Oh, yes, I'm good. Let's see. Oh, look. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of me. Trey says I need it. Let's see. You can follow and start interact. Let's see. I'm gonna click on that. Whatever. Let's see. Me. Kathy could use a refill. Let's see. Sonia needs a cup of coffee. Hers is about gone. Mimi Rose said yes, she'd like a cup. Melanie would like to know how long we've been together. We've been together 11 years. We've been married for 3. Let's see. I'll take 2 cups. Why you want 2 cups? You're being greedy. No, don't be like that. Good morning from Buffalo. Hey, I'll have a cup. Caitlin wants a cup. Let's see. Brenda Boops. She'll take one too. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's see. So, what's going on over here, Nate? What's happening on YouTube? What's going on today? Um, Judy. Okay, Nate wants some coffee with some milk and 2 sugars, please. Look at you guys. So Judy's got somewhere different to go today. We were going to the planetarium because we're like we're 12-year-old kids. We're 12-year-old kids with driver's licenses and wallets. So being a 12-year-old kid and having a driver's license and a wallet, that means you get to go anywhere you want to go and have yourself a good old time, you know? So we were going to the planetarium, but it turned out that Judy's old principal that lived to be 100 and something just recently passed away, so they're having a memorial. And he was evidently a well-liked person because my old principal back then, for one, I don't remember most of them what their names were, and the other one, I mean, she's dancing with the devil right now. I mean, I don't know. So that's nice that he was that kind of person, that they're having a memorial and hanging out. So she's going to that. So we might go tomorrow to the planetarium because I haven't been to a planetarium since I was just a kid. And I was looking up the Buell Planetarium here in Pittsburgh, and I seen where they have like a laser show, or they also have the ones with the planets and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I haven't been since we were real young. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing, is maybe going somewhere like that. We have a membership to the aviary because I love feeding the lorikeets and the birds, and you know, that's what's cool. Oh, that coffee's good. So what's going on with you guys? What's happening? Anything going on out there? Last week, we did it. I could talk about this for a second. I'm getting ready to cough. So this was the coolest thing. Last week when we were over at the that sale, I was at the flea market. I was at the flea market and I was telling you guys which flea market I was at and everything like that. It was so cool because I'm over talking to somebody like I always do. I turn around, there's this guy standing there with his camera up and he's holding it and he's going live on TikTok. Well, his name is Tom. I believe it was Tom. Please let it be Tom. And he is been following us for 4 years. He's all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. I think it was Atlanta. And he came up here to help his sister move. And so he came over to visit us. And I'm telling you, it was such the neatest thing to see him, you know, to know that somebody's. And then I'll tell you what was really shocker too. I didn't recognize his name. And because there's so many people that are on here, like, you know, every week and everything, evidently, that are sitting there in the background, really, really quiet. And we don't, oh my God, somebody's giving us the name of the new gay bar. So um, he must be sitting in the background and doesn't type a lot. And in that way, I didn't recognize the name, but I think it was just so cool that you came up there and you visited us and surprised us and everything. It was just really nice. Then I saw later on in the week where you fell down. Let's see, serious question: pancakes or French toast? Ooh, hmm. What do you guys think? Pancakes or French toast? Oh, geez, boy, that's such an up and down thing. I'm gonna go with the French toast. I'm gonna go with the French toast. I don't know though. It's such a, you know. Hey, sissy from Ethiopia. Let's see. Pancakes for the win. Says French toast. Let's see. Higher level to start interacting. Here we go. So, what do you think? Pancakes or French toast?
Pancakes.
Yeah.
I like
See,
pancakes with blueberries, stuffed
well,
blueberries,
they
and with
didn't
whipped
ask
cream
all
on
that. They
top. And
didn't. They didn't ask all. Yeah, that's nice though. Pancakes with. Uh huh. So where were
cinnamon.
you at?
Hmm?
Where were you at?
Oh yeah, you just gotta know where I disappeared to. I'm multitasking.
Yeah, did you put laundry in?
I did.
Oh, my
Yes,
laundry.
I did.
Oh, Judy put my laundry in,
I know you'd be okay here a few more minutes. It looks like
especially
it's
for something
going
like that.
fine. And
Oh yeah,
yeah, and
blueberry pancakes are my go-to.
yeah.
So, do you think we should go have pancakes today?
Oh, I didn't think about that because I think about just eating protein.
Yeah, I
I
know.
never eat pancakes anymore
I
because I think
know,
about
but
protein.
I seen where there's this really, really good special going on at
Oh, really?
yeah,
Look how easy it is to get me. And I'm in a weight loss
at
program right
IHOP.
now.
IHOP.
I I hop. Okay.
Why don't we go to
I
IHOP?
don't
What's
know
wrong
why we
with
don't
it?
like them.
We didn't say we don't like them.
Oh,
We didn't say we don't like it. Anybody around there
okay.
got an IHOP? Because we have an IHOP and it's less than maybe 5 miles away or so, or 10
Oh, I
miles.
gotta answer this. User number want to know why we are. Why do you always look the same? User number 777.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Let's see.
Look in
We
the mirror.
do. It's pretty nasty. Oh, is that what it is? That why?
Why?
They said it's pretty nasty.
Hmm.
Huh. IHOP is nasty. Oh my God.
Hmm.
Well, that must be why we don't go to IHOP. But wait, don't you think that other place is nastier? The Waffle House? Which one's
Oh wait, I'm
worse?
sorry.
Waffle House or IHOP? Do you remember I took you to Waffle House when we
Mm-hmm.
first started
Yeah.
dating? You
Yeah.
know why? You
Why?
know why you take somebody when you're first dating to Waffle House?
Why?
For one,
To see if they really like you and will see you again
that's
anyway.
right. That's right. You get them in there. You feed them some greasy food, right? And you get to see exactly what's at the bottom of this.
Uh-huh.
That way, if they'll eat at Waffle House, they really want to spend a little time with you. If they're
Yeah.
like too uppity for Waffle House, then okay.
Ah.
We
So
It's not
here
like
it
we
is.
went there all the time. It's
No.
just like because you
I
know
was a very laid back person. I went almost anywhere. I've never been someplace where it's like, let's see, do you have a little diner nearby? You can grab some eggs and
oh
pancakes.
yeah, we do like
Oh
that
yeah,
diner. We go there all the
yeah.
time. Yeah, we go to the
I have to
diner.
get going, my beautiful Rainbow Grannies. It was great seeing you both this morning. I know you got to run.
Oh, Kate, well, it was good
You
to
have
see
a
you. And
great
so I'm
morning.
glad I got a chance to tell you how much you mean to us and how good it is to pop on my Facebook and see your smile.
Nate, did you get your coffee? Milk, 2 sugars. I put that in.
Let's see. I love Waffle House. We don't have one really close to us.
I don't feel like going to Waffle
Oh,
House.
okay.
Does Bob Evans have pancakes?
Yes.
Anything good?
We're not going to eat pancakes. We're going to have a
Okay.
waffle or we're going to have an omelet.
An omelet?
Yeah.
Because it's full of protein.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then you would get those, they'll always have this thing where um, you can get the eggs with pancakes. But if you get pancakes, you don't get toast.
I saw when I was
I
down at the remember the waterfront or where was I about the corn the other day?
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a sign there where somebody's trying to show you there's a breakfast place right up the road. It's got an arrow and everything. But I think down there the stuff's kind of expensive, huh?
I think it's expensive. Yeah, I guess so, but it's expensive everywhere now.
I
You got to
have
pay to
noticed that.
park down there too.
Well, you know what? When I went and got the corn,
Mm-hmm.
there's a place there that holds about 4 cars and it says stop and get your food.
Oh,
So I was
nice.
able to pull up there and park and not
Nice.
have to, pay and all that.
Oh, look at this. I always love seeing older LGBTQ plus couples because that gives me hope for my girlfriend and its future.
Yep.
Or for my girlfriend and my future. Oh, that's nice.
I love waffles too.
So
So
we really are good.
Help. I love waffles too. Oh, good morning. Love a cup of coffee. Thank you.
And I owe you some kisses for all the gifts we've been getting.
Yeah. You can give them to me later. Later, baby.
Okay.
Hey, thank you everybody for hanging out with us and stuff. If you're not following, make sure you follow because you don't want to miss this. We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning,
That's right.
Eastern time.
Eastern time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I make coffee and sit here and Judy usually gets a book. and she does like a book review.
Oh no, Nate said we are getting a Wendy's here soon and finally had a Taco Bell. No, tell them no, Nate. Tell them no, no, no,
Yes.
no, no.
Okay,
Don't
wait,
let
wait.
them ruin your
No,
world.
no. Have your Wendy's. Get your Wendy's. Get your Wendy's. And then, like, every once in a while, I love a bowl of Wendy's chili. How's anybody else? Anybody else feel like, thank you. Oh, Heather, thank you. Anybody else like that Wendy's chili? I, I, I just think, you know what really upsets me about Wendy's chili?
What's that?
They don't sell it in a big enough container. I'm serious. Yeah, see, you love Wendy's chili too. Let's see, I make some chili for dinner. Actually, I make chili too. Let's see, did you say book reviews? Yes, she does book reviews. She's got books here. Let's see, my wife does. I make good chili, but wow, Wendy's taco salad. See, that's good too. But
Good
Wendy's, I would
morning from
like to
the Philly
drive through
Bird.
Wendy's drive-through and pick
Mhm.
up like a quart, a big
Mhm.
quart container of chili. Did I get
Yeah.
booties coming? Okay, a big quart container of chili. You know what? And they should sell cornbread. You know, Wendy's. Wendy's, look, this is Rainbow Granny talking to you. If you're going to sell chili, sell some cornbread too to go with it. So we can, oh my God, Judy, remember the cornbread we had the other day
Yo, where were we?
at the fest or at the flea market?
Oh,
You
wait.
know? Yeah, remember that cornbread was so
Oh,
good. It tastes like
yeah.
cake.
It did. It
You
tasted like
know,
cake.
it was
I think
it
she
was
used a
more of a
Jiffy cake mix for it.
it was more of a consistency of cornbread, but it had a cake like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, make you want to go. You know, maybe I should just make my own big old pot of chili. What do you
Yeah,
think?
maybe.
We
That's a
should.
good idea.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can somebody
That's
deliver
a good
some ground
idea.
turkey right now because I have all the rest of the ingredients. Or
Okay.
you could run down and get ground turkey, and then I can make it. And by the time you come home from your thing, we'll have a big old pot
Yeah.
of turkey.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Look at me. I'm
Mhm.
sending Judy to the store. Look,
Yeah, because I hate shopping.
because I don't want to go. Let's see. Oh, you guys are so cute. Oh, thank you so much. Oh,
So
yes.
here, so you're gonna love this question. We got all
What?
these folks here. Anybody from like Mexico or from South America who knows about an herb that everybody puts in with their beans because then it cuts down and you don't get gas.
Yeah. Anybody know about
Because
that
Edie's
herb?
growing it here, and then she was just about to get rid of it because, like, I don't know what this is for. And I looked it up and I said, no, keep it, keep it, keep it. And so I've used it once in the dish because they say you have to use, I don't remember the name of the herb or even what it looks like. I think it's this
Yeah, it's
one.
that long skin. I think it's dying because it should be. Remember, it had big leaves on it.
It's got big leaf down here in the bottom.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I grow. Let's see. I'll take you, turn you towards there. So
Yeah,
you can
Edie
see.
grows vegetables here. It's a very, very thin
Oh, it's awful
kind of
little.
leaf. Oh, where
Let's
is
see.
it?
My grandma used to say,
Um,
"Pie around cornbreads are square." Well, I think your grandma's right.
I use
I can't
sugar to
imagine.
I use sugar to cut the gas.
Well, I guess I could make a cornbread in a round pan. I mean, it's just a cake pan,
Mm-hmm,
you know.
mm-hmm.
My mom used to make cornbread with cracklings in it. Now, I don't know how many of you's ever experienced that, but once you eat some cornbread with cracklings in it, life is just not the same, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm, mm.
We have a square pan. Instead of cornbread or square, we have a square glass pan you can use.
So you say put sugar in it, huh? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. What are cracklings? Ho, ho, ho.
Now we're gonna
They're,
get a.
well, I say that, I mean,
Now we're gonna get some education.
I'd say they're kind of like, what's some things you buy in the bag? Pork rinds. They're like pork rinds.
Okay.
You know, and so they mix these pork rinds. They are pork rinds. They're not like pork rinds. They're pork rinds. You mix them in the cornbread, and then mom would bake the cornbread, and so, oh yeah, that's the
Yeah,
name
that's
of
what
it.
it is.
Yeah, Nana, that's the
So
name
how do
of
you
it.
pronounce episode? How do you pronounce this? So
She can't tell you
I
because
know. I'll have to look it up. Yes, but that's it. And so what I read about it, can't say I was told. What I read, there goes the leaf. What I read is that you have to use just the most minimal amount of it because the otherwise it'll take over the taste, the flavor, which is horrible.
let me taste it.
Uh-oh. Ah, right, you're going, ooh. Should Edie taste the leaf all by herself? without cooking it into
Okay.
anything?
Let's see.
Okay,
Nana
let's
the
see.
Six said, what you call this?" And this is some kind of herb that we're growing that's supposed to keep you from having gas when you put it in. Here, I'll eat it and try it.
Uh-oh. Does it taste like diesel fuel?
Mm-mm. Is it supposed to?
Uh-huh.
Mm-mm.
Maybe when it's cooked.
Just tastes like.
A leaf. Like you ate a weed.
I don't.
did, did you eat a weed?
I don't think it actually had any flavor. It just tastes like maybe like no, like a piece of grass outside or something. Or
Mm-hmm.
it just tastes like a leaf.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, thanks very much for the gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
So write
if
it
it
again
means we
because I
get
want to
more
type
gifts,
it on here
if
too.
it means we get more gifts, then
You'll eat
I'll eat
more of it,
another
huh?
leaf. You want? Let's see. I got some cucumber leaves over there. No, they're too fuzzy. They're gross. You know, I got.
I would eat epazote. Here, I'm gonna write it down.
Let's see. Hey, both. You look so happy. Just followed. Thank you, Zoe. How you doing? Let's see. Hi from Nashville, strangers. I love your vibe. Thank you very much. Let's see. Yes, yes, yes. First live scrolled to. I love it. Thank you, Amber. Hey, make sure you're following. Anybody that's in here right now, make sure you're following. Help the numbers, so that they realize old LGBT plus people are out here. We've been actually doing this for at least 4, maybe 5 years now. It seems like it. We've been on here doing our lives, and well, how old are we? I'm old as uh
How
dirt.
old?
I'm old as
Well,
dirt, and she's old as sand. So
I
are the days of our
think
lives.
sand is older than dirt,
Well,
isn't
it
it?
is what it is. No, I'm 65.
And I'm 63.
Yeah, so we're just a little bit old. We're not
Maybe
really
just a little
old
bit old.
old. Yeah, Chris, tell them keep
Yeah,
tapping.
Nate says you're not old.
Yeah, I'm seasoned. We're
Hmm.
seasoned. That's what like fine
Seasoned.
wine.
Well,
You
Nate was
know.
asking, going back to crafting, who's asking if pork rinds are they like pork scratchings?
I don't know what scratchings are, but pork rinds are like I don't even want to say it. It's like the skin of a pig, and I believe it's fried in order to make them all puffy and everything.
And then they crackle when you eat them.
Yeah, yeah. And so then, man, I'll tell you, I mean, I don't cook like that, but boy, I would love to have maybe, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to make a big pot of chili and some cornbread. I think we should go get an omelet because
Well,
really, I
yeah, I
don't eat
think
that
so.
much.
I
We
think
don't.
so. Because you know what will happen is that you'll eat a spoonful of each and then want me to eat up the rest or
Yeah,
we
because
throw it away. And I
because
can't do that. I'm on a diet program.
yeah, and I got that Ozempic belly. For right
Hmm.
now, I guess this would be a good time for me to
Mm.
share the fact that I've been
Okay.
on Ozempic for a few months and everything. I put quite a bit of weight back on with when I had my shoulder surgeries, but um I also got what do you call that, pre-diabetes by putting
Hmm.
on that weight. So they started me on the Ozempic, right? So that Ozempic, I'm down. I think it's like 37 pounds now.
Uh, yeah, 37.
37. 37
Wow.
pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I know. Wow.
I mean,
See,
I
because
don't
I'm with you
feel
every
it.
day as you're counting down the pounds, but I hadn't put it all together. It's
Yeah.
like when you say it
So
like
the
that.
main thing is I want to make sure that the pre-diabetes is in control,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
I need to have my knee replaced.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to lose weight in order to get my knee replaced because they act like fat women don't need a knee replaced. That's who needs their knees replaced. I can't believe they actually deny you the fact. So that's why you
Well,
see a lot of people that are sitting somewhere they
yeah,
can't walk because their knees are so bad, but they can't lose the weight they need to get
because they can't move,
right.
because they can't walk on that leg.
Right. So then
Right.
they
But I
just sit
think
there
it
and
had
keep
to,
growing.
yeah, but I think it had to do with because they go under anesthesia and all this stuff. It must
Mhm.
have to do, unless it's an emergency, like you're going to die anyway. Well, you're not going to die from the needing any replacement. So they got to bring you to a weight, I guess, that's safe.
Right. Right. And so I'm really close to being there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I want to take off another 50 pounds. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is.
Yeah, but see, I can't wait till you get your knee replaced because then you're gonna love going grocery shopping again. Then you're gonna buy
I
us
do
clothes
miss because I
again, and
used
then you're
to
gonna.
like going grocery shopping. You know.
No,
Uh,
really, I can't wait because I really want you out of pain. It, it's awful. So if somebody's had a hard time, I guess, with ozempic because their stomach is too sensitive.
yeah, some people have trouble with it, but I've seen to do okay. I mean,
Good morning from Rhode Island.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. If you can think of the best compliment you've ever received from the other person, what would it be?
Wow.
I don't know. Edith said my butt was cute, and that's why she wanted to date me.
Uh, I think Judy, I think the best compliment I've ever gotten from you. I don't know how you say
I know
it,
what
but
it was. Will you marry me?
no, no, it was the
Okay.
way you appreciate my artistic.
Uh,
You know how you allow me to just like be me. You know, you're not like standing there trying to say, don't buy that art supply or because you appreciate the fact that I like to make stuff and create stuff and you
mhm.
think that's a talent, not a. Some people are just like, I can't believe you're spending another dime on this, or I can't believe you're buying that, or whatever. It's just like,
Mm,
yeah, I don't have that. So
mm,
I like how Judy
yeah.
appreciates my
Mhm.
creativity.
Yes. And you know what? So that makes me think about something. When there are couples who bug each other about how much money they're spending on something. Now, say each couple they're just spending their own money. Say you didn't put your money together, then like why are you like that anyway? But here's the thing: is everybody got different interests and different hobbies, and people like spending money. I think on what they want to spend on. So I think about like I remember once when Ma Bell stopped having a monopoly on telephones, and all of a sudden there were all these different phones being made. My dad, he's into electronics. He just loves that. He went out and bought all these different phones for the house. And my mom didn't stand there and say, "What are you spending all that money on those phones for? This phone was good enough." No. She saw that he just enjoyed electronics and was excited about all of this.
Right.
And it might not be the thing other people would be excited over. Other folks might not want to go to an electronics store and go crazy with equipment there. Not just talking about my dad, but in general. But that's an interest people have. Then that's what they want.
Right.
Mine, Edie never say to me, "Why do you buy another book for? Don't you have enough? You can get it from the library." No, she would
No.
never say such a thing.
Oh no. If anything, I try to look around and see if we can fit another shelf somewhere.
Yeah,
You know? I think it'd
yeah,
be neat to, like across the top. I think those are
hmm
nice when people do that.
yeah.
That huge long shelf across
Uh
the
huh.
top up there,
Uh huh.
over top of all the way across the top of the room there. Do
Yeah,
you think that'd be
yeah.
nice?
I think so.
Yeah.
That'd
And then
be
you could
cool.
put them up there.
And then I just need a store when I
But
want to
it's
get
more,
something.
it'd be more and more and
Mm-hmm.
more. So let's see. My wife spends a fortune on art stuff. I
Yeah,
spend too much on technology. Well, you
but
know
see,
what? That's cool. Whatever, makes you guys happy. Let's see. I just finished a new Hunger Games book. So
so
good.
good.
See, I don't read any of that. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Julia. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, one thing, art stuff, it does cost a fortune. That's why it's nice I mean, if you want to buy paint and canvases and all of that, that's a fortune. And I don't know how you find anything like that on sale or, go to Goodwill and stuff because that's hard. It's
Hey,
a lot.
guess who's here? Sweet Marie. Thank you,
Hey, good
Sweet Marie. It's
morning.
good to see you. So it's good to see all of you. Let's see what time it is. It's only
Yeah,
20 or
it's only like 10 after
well, you know
9.
why I got so excited when I looked at the clock. I wasn't sure what time it was, so I had to look because all I got on my mind is omelet, omelet,
You
omelet,
want to get
omelet.
omelet? We should
But
just go
if we
sit
go to
there and go
Bob
live,
Evans,
huh?
yeah, but there's always people there. If we go there though, because I love that
Mm.
banana nut bread, that
Mhm.
oh my goodness, Bob Evans. Anybody ever had Bob Evans banana nut bread? I'm telling you, I know it's not one of those big fancy places or nothing, but that Bob Evans banana nut bread is some good
You like
stuff.
that,
I
huh?
think I'm gonna buy me a whole little loaf today.
Okay, but don't give it to me and say, "Here, Judy, you eat the rest."
No, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Your husband's
And
better, I'll bet it is. You want my address? Let's see. Bob Evans mashed potatoes are unholy. I don't know. Is unholy good or bad? They have roast beef there
absolute best
too.
I've had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Nate was chiming in on the talk we were having about, couples spending their money. Said that's why when I get into a relationship, I say keep our money separate so there's no fighting over money, but still help each other out with bills. See, that's it. And I would add to that, Nate, help each other out with bills that are like normal bills, like your hospital bills, your utility bills, not the bills you racked up because somebody wanted to spend all their money on something else, and now it's like I don't have any money.
I don't have any money.
Because then you get in a fight again. But yeah, help each other out with bills like the hospital stuff. Man, you can't help doctor bills. You want your honey to be healthy. You can go do things together.
So seedlings and other things. I gotta ask you, my latest hobby so far is my gardening. I've been making my own seeds and growing stuff because this is the time, when you get everything going and everything. So is that what you're doing? You into gardening? Is that why you picked that name?
We married 17 years on 5/24.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So Stephanie's been gardening too. I can't, do a lot, but I'm enjoying it. I'm watching things grow and, we need them wire cutters, remember?
Oh, okay. Yes, I loved it for you. I just post what I love. I love plants as well.
Yeah. So what do you, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm
So
going to
what
go
are you
bring
growing?
something
Are you
from
growing
Edie's
like
garden.
are you growing like vegetables or are you growing flowers or, I know you're growing plants, but I just wondered because I got a couple flowers going, but mine are mostly just vegetables. Let's see. Do you have a favorite flower? No, I really don't. Wow. Huh. Judy, do you have a favorite flower?
Right now, I think it's poppy.
Poppy. Her favorite flower is poppy.
Actually, there was, I think it was a sweet pea flower in California. It had the most incredible scent, but here in the Northeast, it doesn't have a scent. And so I want to find the sweet pea flowers that have a scent. I just love those. Bet you never knew that about me, huh?
No, I didn't. Let's see. I just planted 2 lilacs and some annuals. I have a ton of bees. Oh my goodness. Well, some people don't, the bees don't bother them. Let's see. Did you two get stuck in the storms the other night? You know what, Kelly? It never even stormed here. I don't even think it rained. Like it was supposed to do it Friday night and last night. Or no. Anyway, Thursday and Friday night, and it didn't do either one. I'm really glad I watered the flowers because I was thinking that we were going to get so much rain that, it was going to take care of it. But let's see. I grow vegetables and plants. I love to cut the root and grow and grow. I'm like learning how to do it. I've been trimming my roots and stuff.
Oh, if you plant some dill with your veggies, they'll help the bugs not eat them.
Mm.
And that's interesting because the dill is gone. I was looking for dill. I guess there's some dill over there. I missed that.
Yeah.
There's some dill over there. Okay. Look at this. Look at this.
So this is all dill.
You turn it. Oh, okay. You want to show the face. Yeah, isn't
That's all
that?
dill.
Yeah, that's
I don't
dill.
smell anything though. Maybe if you smush it and you smush it.
Oh my God, a
Really?
powerful flavor. Oh yeah, that's dill.
Yeah.
I missed that. I wanted to put that in my salad yesterday and I couldn't find it.
Wow. None over there. There's a bunch of parsley over there that's growing that needs trimmed.
Yeah, I put parsley in. That's good parsley. That makes me. I
think
should make soup.
There's a ton here too that this needs cut, and that's a ton of parsley in the back there. And there's also oregano and thyme in those front ones.
Oh, okay.
So that's like a mixture of thyme and oregano because I had so many seeds and they all got mixed together.
Yeah.
So I planted them all in the same thing.
Oh.
Did you see that
Okay.
little gnat?
I not that one, but I saw another one.
Hmm.
I also have floater in my eyes, so
Yeah.
So
And
here I want to show you something.
okay.
Look what I made. Now you gotta wonder what that is. You can't see. This is mint. Edie grew mint last year. It came back this year. It is its leaves are huge, and smell that.
Oh
I
my
steep it in hot water
goodness.
last night and let it steep overnight. Now this morning I put ice cubes in there. And we're gonna taste it. I didn't add sugar or anything. I just the mint tea. I thought of it because Nate was contemplating getting some tea. So here's some mint tea from Edie's garden. How did it taste?
Smells really good. I think it needs sugar.
You want sugar in it?
I like sugar in all my stuff,
Yeah.
but some people like you don't use sugar in your tea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, refreshing.
Hey, oh,
Mint and dill are perennials. They will come back each year. Yes, I understand they do. And
oh,
pollinators
dill
love
will
them. I didn't
too.
know dill would. Yeah.
Oh,
I
because
know
I'm
mint will.
struggling a little bit with the dill. This dill here is doing a lot better than the dill that I got outside.
Yeah.
But I think the one outside's got a little bit too much water.
So here you go, Nate. Have a glass of tea, iced tea, mint tea. Would you like a glass?
Thank
I'll
you
put
very
some
much
sugar
for
in it
all the
for
new
you.
followers. No, that's okay. I'll wait till a little later on.
Mhm.
But it is very good and it's
Mhm.
cold and
Mhm.
refreshing. I think we're supposed to put something else in it, maybe like orange juice or something, huh?
You can add it to
I
yours,
don't
or we can
know.
make two separate things. I
I
just
don't
like
know. Or
plain old mint.
cranberry juice or something. Is there something special we should put in that mint, like to make it like something kind of special? What's a mint
Yeah.
julep got in it?
Oh well, now you're talking. That's a little different.
Thank you very much for all
There
the
we
new
go.
followers. Anybody that's not following, shame on you. Make sure you follow us over on our YouTube channel too. That's Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. If you go to my profile on TikTok, there's a little spot right there. If you click on that, that'll take you right over to the YouTube channel and you'll be able to go ahead and subscribe right there. There's no charge for anything. The only thing they seem to charge you for is like there's nice gifts you send us. I really appreciate those. And um, like if you subscribe on our TikTok channel, it's like $5.99 to subscribe, which is really just the cost of a nice cup of coffee for us. So that's how much we appreciate
And
the
we
fact
like
that we're
coffee.
here.
And
Yeah,
now I got both. I've got coffee and iced
and
tea.
it's to subsidize my retirement. So that once a month or so, Judy and I can get a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I think today though we're gonna go get ourselves some omelets.
I think so.
So, is there anything else you guys would like to talk about? Anything else you need? Do you want to talk about what it's like being gay? You tell us about it.
Tell us how it is. Like I
Tell us.
like I said in the very beginning, what's going on out there in Rainbow World? Rainbow World. 'Cause I can talk about a book I'm reading.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a bit of a downer, but it's a really interesting book. And has nothing to do with the queer world. Can I tell them about
Oh,
that book?
well, okay.
Yeah, okay. It's really good. So, okay, we'll do this and then we'll pick it up again.
Okay.
If anybody's seen the movie Schindler's List, way long ago it came out about the Holocaust. There was a Nazi guy there who was just this horrific officer, and there's a woman who found out that it's her grandfather. And she was like 38 years old and found out that this Nazi was her grandfather and he was portrayed in a movie and everything. And so she wrote a book about it. And her name is Jennifer Teege. It's a really interesting book because she writes about her experiences finding out that this was her grandfather and what she's going through and had gone through to deal with it, which I find is fascinating. And then the book also has a journalist writing with her who's given a historical account. And it's just incredible. And it's just kind of like, it's about finding out about secrets in your family, things that secrets in your family that the family wouldn't talk about. And that it doesn't, it's not just a Holocaust, it could be anything. And what they found out is really the therapists find out is that whatever our family secrets are, and we find out people heal when they like get rid of all the lies, and just put it all out there so people can deal with it. Because with all the lies, it just keeps
So
people
I think you told
confused.
me. Let's see, what's the name of the book? But they won't
Yeah,
know what the name of the book is. So I think you were telling me that she was given up for adoption when she was
right.
a baby, right?
Well, she was a
So
kid because she remembers her biological parents and grandparents.
right, and her father was Nigerian,
Nigerian.
right? So then
Hmm.
that way, um,
Right. So she's the name of the book is My Grandfather Would Have Shot Me. That's the name of a book. 'Cause that's what a grandfather would do. He would stand on the balcony looking out over the labor camp and just shoot people like target practice. The people who were in the camps. So she said he would have shot her. He of course died before she was, or not died, he was executed before she was ever born.
thank you, Chris Cooley. We hit 50,000 likes.
Whoa!
Ooh, ooh. I decided to put this hat on today. I don't normally wear these kind of hats because I don't like the straight brim thing, but
Uh-huh.
I decided, it just matched my
It
shirt
goes, yeah, it
so
does
well.
match your shirt real well. Yeah.
You love the book Curious Wine, huh? No, Judy
Oh,
doesn't have a reading list. She comes on our YouTube channel here and everything, and you
and I
like
normally
do a.
just talk about the book I'm reading.
But you know what?
Um,
I mean, if you want to, you can just log on one day and do like a review of 5 different books,
I
and
could.
and we'll
Hmm.
just like I mean, you never
Yeah.
know. That might be the
Hmm.
one that they need in order to
Mm.
pew, take off.
Hey, and if anybody here is from a bookstore or a publishing company, you want to send me your queer books to read and I'll do a review, I would love it. Absolutely love it.
Right. Let's see. When you read books like that, do you think about your own ancestry?
Ancestry. Well, yeah, you
I was
can't
gonna say,
not.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, anytime we read one of someone of color, I think
Hmm.
about our basically people's struggle and
Right.
right.
Right. I mean, she does. She
Excuse
this
me.
author was traveling, to places where, her grandfather was head of a labor camp, and she traveled there and saw the house he lived in and everything, imagining everything that happened there. And then she went to Auschwitz. And sure, I think about it. I have relatives who were killed in Auschwitz, but I won't go there and I won't tour it. And so I'm really interested in reading her account of touring the places. But um, yeah, I'm more interested in survival. How do people survive and move on from from
But I think,
catastrophes?
but I
That's what
think
I
that a
always
lot of
say.
us carry all those little genes in us
We
from
do.
way back, So I mean,
Hmm.
anybody, even in the LGBT plus community, no matter
Hmm.
what your race, no matter what your ethnicity is, and all that,
Hmm.
you carry a gene of strength in you because we have to be
Hmm.
able to survive through all this crazy crap,
Hmm.
you know.
And the thing, between Edie and me, we can always say, and I mean, it's even something you mentioned your sister said about, I can stand here in the rain and sell my stuff here because look what mom went through raising two little girls,
Right,
right?
right.
And whenever anything becomes difficult for Edie or me to do, I just look back and we tell each other, well, look what our families have gone through. We can do this. Our families have gone through a
Right.
lot for us to be here.
I ran into a lady at the Home Depot the other day. I don't know about the politics of Home Depot, but
Hmm.
she said to me, she says, "What do you think?" She's an African American lady. She says,
Yeah.
"You think we're going to make it?" I said, "Of course we're going to make it. I can't even imagine not making it. Our people have been here way too long and gone through way too much
Hmm.
to get down to this and not to
Hmm.
make it. Oh my God." I mean, I've always been able to make something out of nothing when it comes down to my children and
Right.
dinner.
Right.
I mean, I could go in there right now, open up the cupboards and be there and whip us up something, and Judy be sitting there saying, "Well, this is pretty good," especially
Hmm.
growing all our herbs and spices and all that kind of stuff too. So, as far as us making it, yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it
Yeah.
and we're all gonna make it because we're used to making it, and we will make it. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, it may not be as comfortable as we're all spoiled and think it should be,
Uh
but
huh.
I ain't never had a hungry day in my life.
No.
If I'm
No.
hungry, it's only because I'm being like, I don't want to eat that, you know. But that's not really hungry,
Yeah.
you know.
Right. No, it's
Hungry,
not.
hungry is when my eyes light up and I start thinking about the barbecue grill and Judy, and I start thinking, she don't really need that one leg. You know, where was we? And I said that you could like chop my left arm off and eat it like about day
I
3.
don't know.
We were somewhere where we thought we were going to be lost and stranded.
Forever.
Yeah, and we were at some mountain somewhere. We thought we'd be lost. Oh, we were flying. We were flying out to Seattle, and I
Okay.
told you just in case the plane goes
Oh, the
down.
plane
All
goes
these
down.
planes was crashing and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I told Judy I had a whole suitcase full of snacks, so
Mhm.
I knew we were good with that. But I told her about week 3 or so if she needed to cut off my left arm and eat it, it was okay. Just don't give up my snacks.
And I told her that I would be in charge of rationing the snacks.
You're not gonna ration them to nobody but me. We're gonna be down around the back over there. No, no, I wouldn't be like that. Thank you very much, you dandy. Morning, everybody. Hey, morning, Paulette. Thank you for being the newest follower. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, everybody. So, what do you think?
Why you ready to go to
Yeah,
breakfast?
I want to go.
Unless
to
y'all
breakfast.
want to bring up something else that's been on your mind.
Yeah, if you want to talk about something,
Go to
we can
bed,
talk
whatever's
about
on your
it.
mind.
But
Encouragement or
otherwise,
cheering on.
I'm
whatever.
out of here. I'm going to have myself an
You're gonna
omelet.
have an omelet?
Yeah.
An omelet kind of day?
I don't know if I really want Bob Evans though, because let's see.
Okay, you pick and I'll follow.
Hey, Christy, you're a new follower and you love us, guys. Oh, we love you too, Christy.
Here's a question for you all.
What?
I'll save it for tomorrow.
No, go ahead.
When you
tomorrow's another day, and you may not remember it.
So when you go out, if you're in a couple or with your group of best friends and you want to go somewhere to eat, who picks the place to eat, and how many times does the place change before you actually land on a place?
This is true.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you pick because
you already said you don't want to go to Bob Evans.
No, but I like Bob Evans. I like the. I was just hoping you was coming up with something else that was just like, oh my God, that would be great there. That one
My
place.
wife
Remember,
does.
we like that Freedom
Your wife
Diner.
picks the place. Okay.
I think it's nice if we could just settle on a place. So we'll just go to Bob Evans, and then tomorrow I'll tell you about how good it was.
How's that?
My
pen. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, go eat right now.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Let's see. Should I go over here and tell a secret?
Do we have one? I think we should. My partner is so indecisive. I rarely pick. I'm a follower. Enjoy your breakfast date.
Okay, so over here on TikTok, our YouTube channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. Come on over there to our YouTube channel, Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. Come on over now and say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And then I'll tell you a secret.
Do you want to know a secret? And Nate,
come on over, Jackie.
Come on over,
and we'll tell you all
about
it.
Stay here on YouTube. Stay put. We're gonna be over there. See your TikTok world. Don't go YouTube. See your TikTok world. Don't go YouTube. See your TikTok world. And I wanted to say, so Nate, I offered Nate tea, and then Nate said, yeah, but tea is the last meal of the day. That's something I'm trying to do for myself because I want to stop binge eating at night. And so I put on my favorite tea. Edie goes to bed, and then I put on my favorite TV show, and I get a cup of tea, like a big mug of tea, and I'm trying to make that my habit.
Okay, Crystal's here. Chris is here. Courtney's here. Rachel's here. Thank you so much, everybody. Come on over. Make sure you minimize the chat and click the thumbs up. Let's see. So
I'm writing notes down of what we talked about today so I can put it in a TikTok.
Well, I know that I'm just talking. I'm thinking. So yesterday we went out to dinner and it was a very nice evening, and we went for a walk and all that kind of stuff. But
I thought it was nice.
With most of you, do you find your way to make it an extra romantic date night? You know what I mean. Like okay, dinner, walk, home, shower, extra romantic date night. Do you? Flowers. Oh,
Flowers.
yes. Reduce impulse buying.
I think that we're talking about another thing.
Oh, okay. I don't know because impulse buying is something that I'm pretty guilty of.
Mm-hmm.
Flowers. So Brooke thinks you should do flowers. What else do you think would be really good for like a over the top date night?
We're all ears.
Yeah, come on, tell us. Because it's like a secret. And it's not always my secret. Sometimes it's you guys' secret. I never, I didn't really think about flowers. I hate to waste money on flowers.
Oh, sorry, my YouTube hadn't caught up.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
And you can write it in the comments too for folks watching afterwards. Write in the comment too. Say the question again.
Let's see. I am a.
Masseuse.
Oh.
So I give candlelight massage.
Ooh, where you at, Crystal? Crystal.
Want a date
where
with
you at?
Edie?
Well, no, she could just come and show up for one of our dates.
Okay.
Oh, you're in Ohio? Well, Ohio's not that far. What part of Ohio? And do you do it for like for a living? Is it like your line of work or
I
you
think
just
so, because she's a masseuse. Right? Unless you don't do it anymore. But you
North
still have it.
Canton? Okay. My
That's
Aunt
not
Barbara
far.
lives in North Canton.
Mm-hmm.
We could go visit Aunt Barbara and then swing on over there to swing. Did you get it?
Swing.
Swing. Swing better, better, better. We just swing on over there and catch ourselves a massage. I think we have to have like pineapples or flamingos out in front of the house in order to be swinging over
Swingers.
there.
So, so let's see. And Chris says something you all can do together.
What?
And Brooke says picking wildflowers and making it into a bouquet.
Huh.
And Nate said a movie and a blanket on the sofa.
That's
cuddle.
every night. That's every night. We're talking something special.
Netflix and chili.
Yeah. And some of that gas medicine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's top that off with a bowl of ice cream.
When you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets so bad the cat leaves the room. He's like, if he could only talk. He'd be like, oh Lord, let me out of here.
A book, and then the book's gonna write a book, a how-to book, I think. If there is a beach around you guys, I live in Boston, walking along the beach and finding cool shells or
I think
sea
that's
glass.
nice. I would love to find cool shells and sea glass because you know what I just saw the other day, where somebody takes their kids to the beach and they find shells and stuff, and we've all done it. We've gone to the beach and found shells, but then they went to like the Dollar Tree and bought one of those little cheap frames, and they sat and they glued all those shells on, and it just made such a nice.
I can't wait till we can do that with our grandbaby.
Yeah, and then that way you get to put a picture of you at the beach in it, and how nice that was.
Oh, that's cool. And the beach is my happy place, says Karen. And
well, I took you on at the beach last night up to Turtle Creek.
Yes, we did. We walked around the pond where people were fishing.
We went up there to Turtle Creek.
We didn't see any turtles in the creek.
No, I think the pollution probably killed them.
Oh.
No, it didn't. They were hiding. There's no pollution there. There wouldn't be pollution in a place called Turtle Creek.
So these are all good ideas. And book, I think you come up with so many ideas. I think you should write a how-to book.
Yeah. So I see where Bella asked, did we tell a secret? Bella, we were asking other people about how to make a date special, like some kind of special night on what to do. And, we go on date night all the time, but we just wanted to do something a little over the top. And so we did have someone suggest that we do massages, candlelight massages, and then we had somebody suggest we pick flowers on the wildflowers
and make a bouquet.
Yeah, and take your allergy medicine first, and then we had somebody suggest that if we were close to the beach, we get to pick up shells and
sea glass.
Sea glass, yeah. So is sea glass come from where they dump like garbage out there, and
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. Like
sea
they,
glass sounds like such a neat term, and it sounds like it should be
but
the
it's
name of a poetry book, but I don't actually know what it is.
I think it's where they dump garbage out in
Oh
the
my.
ocean, and it gets churned and kerned and churned and kerned until it comes back into little slivers, and some of it's like um green, like the color of a Rolling Rock beer bottle, and
Wow. So it can come back looking pretty even though it was garbage.
yes, yes, isn't that what it is?
See, now I gotta Google it. I'll get my phone all ready to Google it, and I thought, oh, I'll Google
It's
it later.
finding art in trash. I
Yeah, I
found pink
found.
single. Yeah, so
Oh.
isn't that what it is? Where they've taken
Hmm.
garbage out there and dumped it in the ocean, and it
You know
ends up
what? Yeah, you know what we did once when we were in the beach?
what?
We got that app on our phone called Seek,
Yeah,
and we were finding all these kinds of critters on the beach, and we were able to use the app and take a picture of it and find out what it was. And that was fun. We did that one day.
yeah. It was a little
Why are you
gross.
making
It
faces?
was
It
a
was
little
gross.
gross, yeah, because there was some weird dead stuff. Remember, there was
Yeah,
dead stuff.
yeah.
Those horseshoe crabs. Remember,
Mhm.
there was dead horseshoe
Mhm.
crabs everywhere.
Yeah.
Whew.
But there.
Anyway, the surprise, the secret is, you ready for this? For everybody
Okay.
that's listening and ready for the secret, tonight is going to be date night number 2.
Oh.
And tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to share with you, if I can,
What we did on date
what
night
we
number
did
2.
special. Okay?
Ah,
So I want to thank you
okay.
all for coming over here, following us, subscribing to us, making our mornings just fun as we try to make yours.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. So have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Come on back.
Bye.